I mean, do you like Leovold and cards like that?
I'll start off with an Otawara.
Sure.
I'll play an LED.
Ottawara and Lion's Eye Diamond to start the game for David Tao.
We're doing it? We're doing this right now? We're doing this. I mean, not right now. Yep.
Bommel reveal Chrome Mox on top. I guess I personally don't have too much of a problem with them, but I think when True Name came from Commander, there was some pushback from the community. No, that was like 9 years ago, and I mean the cards are just not even relevant anymore. I think at the time it was a new thing, and just like every new thing that ever happens in Magic, people were crying about it. But Flusterstorm was around, and people were fine with that. I mean, it was always just fine. There's always gonna be some people complaining though. True Name was annoying for a while though, and people questioned whether cards from, a multiplayer set should be relevant. But random phone call. Anyway, whole bunch of permanents on the board for David. Narset getting attacked here. Romario says last time True Name Nemesis was relevant, Obama was still the president. Yeah, I think that's about right. All right, sacrificing Narset for value here. Might as well get one more activation out of it. It's going to die anyway. Is the thinking on that? Commit to memory. I mean, thinking about it now, forget True Name. I think the least fun or the most hated or whatever you want to call it card that's not from a standard set that's legal in Legacy and is playable, it has to be Allosaurus Shepherd now. Allosaurus Shepherd is I think the one people like the least. But then we have other ones like Muxus and there's another one in 2020. I'm drawing a blank. There was another one from 2020 that made some impact. Yeah, Belful Strix is a great one. I forgot about Belful Strix. I mean, Belful Strix is a beloved card. For a while, Shardless Agent was a card that was exclusive to Legacy. It's now in Modern, of course. All right. Memory now resolving here, which is like a similar to Days Undoing thing going on. I forgot what the exact text is on Memory off the top of my head. Do you do... It's basically a Time Twister, right? What does it do? I'll bring it up. Each player shuffles his or her hand and graveyard in their library and then draws 7 cards. There you go. Aftermath. 6 mana. Scooze was a big one too. That's right, Romario. Scavenging Ooze, along with Flusterstorm and Baleful Strix and Shardless Agent, were in those like first 2 years of non-standard sets that made an impact. All good, Min. Chili says having new sets enter Legacy gives Wizards of the Coast a reason to support the format. That's true and is important. That is important. And really, you know, the higher percent, you know, you get the people talking about like, oh, Legacy now feels like Modern Horizons, block construct. Okay. But the more new cards appearing in decks, the better it is for Wizards. And if turnout is good for events, maybe there's some incentive there, is all I'm saying. Scavenging Ooze was first printed in a Commander set and was not legal in anything except for Legacy and Commander for a long time. It was a couple of years, I think. I think M14 or M15, about 5 years later, put Scavenging Ooze in it, if I remember correctly. Pyroblast on the Brazen Borrower, Petty Theft.
16.
I drew a pretty anemic 7. I drew a pretty anemic 7 after I spun the wheel. All pass turns. Oh yeah.
I'll leave that on top.
Go for it.
I'm sorry I wasn't keeping track of life totals. I was trying to eat. I'll try and stay on top of it now. Apologies on that. I was trying to eat, and then I got caught up in a whole conversation about Commander cards. Heathen King, thanks for the follow. Welcome.
No, I don't look weird. No. None of us do anything, and then the game ends. Well, right. Exactly. What are you fighting?
Hickory Woodlot making its debut on 90s MTG.
Also, like, you have to keep it in, but like, feels real.
Very exciting.
I actually do like that. Well, it's also like, just another card for me against the. Can you do that? Blank time. Blanks are zeros and then blanks all the stuff. They just protect their shit. Right. So it's like
Doing your inseparable future.
It doesn't kind of create that now. So it'll stop all of the stuff that like all the bobbles, all their forces.
Still in turn.
Instead of having to line your shit up against that shit, it just lets you line up shit that you want against the stuff that you want.
Basically just the candidate.
I'll return that to your hand.
Yeah, I mean it just means that like
Either spellbound to return Delver to hand. That's a Delver on the deck box in the bottom left in case you can't make out what's going on there.
size entity deck is less so about. I mean, you obviously still bring it in, but I feel like they're just like, all right, there's no rock, here's a 12-12.
No, yeah.
Pretty typical.
Right, exactly. Which I expect.
Trigger.
Whenever people love their
Iteration. Other six.
Do you have one in the main as well?
it's because I was winning harder around. I still like this.
Yeah.
I think I heard David Tao say he's at 6. He's another Delver.
But it's like our decks are exactly the same except he's
Well, that's like Narcissus really hard to deal with. And I guess if you
All right, we're going to game 2. Dave Kaplan up a game here.
Rising Waters coming on next turn.
Sick.
Well, I was the second?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just putting these things down to show you better.
First time I get part of the second half.
You get my if you don't have it.
Sounds good.
I'll get the order, make sure
Yeah, it's a weird way of doing this. It's like, hey, we've never met.
first, second, third.
I'll play City of Traders.
Oh no, Pat and I got along great. Like, we did really good. Other person? Huh? Other person? Yeah, we got along okay. It's just kind of like you throw two.
So a City and a Saprazan Scurry for David Tao. Looks like a Hull Breacher on end step.
Who've got it?
Yeah, but these are a little different.
Cards in hand? 6.
My goodness, that noise. Saprazan Scary goes away, and here's a Narset with 1 mana floating. Heathen King says, spent all day yesterday watching your Allurin content, waiting for my last few pieces. Have been this excited to play a deck since I first put together Amulet Titan. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing, Heathen. Are you going for the Acerak build or the Parasitic Strix Recruiter build? Everyone wants to know.
I'm gonna put you through a little bit of March Rose. You will know about this.
Allurin a pretty good deck. That's for sure. Don't see it much in Magic Online results because it's not a great option for digital. Too much clicking around, but yeah. We have a local Allurin player that has been doing well with it. Acerak for now, says Heathen. Nice.
So you have
In play.
Wasteland put into exile. I think Dave said in play, but technically it goes into exile first. Not that it really matters. Narset being activated here. David Tao with no lands in play. Finds a petal, though. That does make mana. If you cast the petal, do you daze it? All right, here's a Saga, though. So you had a land. There's the Lotus Petal.
And this will count when it matters.
I'll play LED.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. It'll be 5, 5, 6, 6.
Yeah. I'll play Moxel.
Ready?
Jeffrey Green. Play Carpet Fires.
Turn on the turn.
Quite a turn for David Tao. Force of Will pitching Daze on the Carpet of Flowers. I like that.
I'll pass turn.
Do have to be careful of Echo of Eons, though. I'm assuming Dave has other counter magic. Here's Delver. If I'm David Tao, I think Dave Kaplan has another force in hand, at least. Playing a Snow Island.
One of which comes out.
Draw.
Delver didn't flip, but still big enough to KO Narset here, potentially. Oh, no, my mistake. The Urza Saga's on 2 now, so you can't. It can create a construct. Never mind. Okay, so David Tao creates a construct, which is a 4/4 currently. Let's see if another one gets created. It looks like it. So there'll be 2 6/6 constructs for David Tao, which is pretty good. After the search, which may find Retrofitter Foundry. Unsure if it's worth going for either Spellbomb here or anything fancy.
Guess I'll probably find out.
No. 6 6 4 4 7. 6 6 7 7.
Okay, Shadow Spear is interesting. Shadow Spear ends up being the pick. I like that. That's actually better than Retrofitter. Can race these Delvers easily.
Okay, draw.
I might have missed some damage, but it looks like Dave Kaplan is at 11.
You're gonna set up Power Blast, actually. Triggers? Sure. Draw.
Four.
8/8 Murktide. Sure.
8/8 Murktide comes down. It's a good blocker for these constructs for now. Maybe. Equips 1. Let's see what happens here. Okay, no attack. Brainstorm on upkeep with the Delver triggers on the stack.
So we're gonna try to do it again, not with the Cayman.
Yes, sir.
Those will be your what?
Yeah, we call it lead.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, the sacrifice.
Your base is on. This is 5. Second name? I'll reconfigure this one.
Another Delver for Kaplan.
Person each? 3. Guess you that's now.
Sorry for all the coughing, everybody. Dave Kaplan has lethal on board right now, an 8/8 Murktide, 3 Delvers, 2 of which are flipped. I think David Tao is trying to figure out how to get this lifelink construct to... Okay, so commit on Murktide was a good first start. I don't know if it's going to resolve, though. Daze. David Tao can play it with Lotus Petal, but it shrinks the constructs. And Murktide back to hand. Memory into the graveyard. Aftermath spell. So now the constructs are 5/5s. Isn't really as big of a threat now. Even 3 Flip Delvers is not lethal. But do you attack? If you attack with both constructs... Okay, LED, sacking LED, discarding Echo of Eons, and casting it.
Yeah, I guess I have no opportunity to respond there.
Yeah. Other commander that installed you too. Yes. Or not that. No, you have that installed.
Just see if you work later.
You have no cards in hand, obviously. I'm just thinking if I want to start to do something.
Narset and Hull Breacher were discarded. Dave Kaplan was thinking about surgicaling, but ended up not doing it. Revealing that he has surgical is interesting. Or lying about having surgical. Trying to get David Tao. A little confused, maybe? Perhaps later on? Thinking he needs to play around surgical? In any case, Echo of Eons resolves. Oh, he did reveal surgical to Delver? Okay, I missed that. Thank you, drummer. There's a Saga played for David Tao. Lotus Petal. All right, now the size of these constructs will become super relevant. Attacking with both, and Kaplan has to block at least one. This is lethal.
Alright, I'll block the bigger one. That's trample. Oh, really? Yeah. Casper gets trampled? Yeah. So that's 13. Yeah, that's it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Dave Kaplan blocked the wrong creature, and I guess that game is over. Moving on to game 3.
Turn into Channeler. Into Bobble Trigger.
You gotta fetch first.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, okay, I think we'll go in this. I don't want to have to read.
Bobble you? Yeah.
And the locus
I was thinking about whether I want to put it in the graveyard. I'll pass. Draw.
only on
Scary.
Faster.
this whole time I've been playing with an illegal list.
Waste. Saga Trigger.
Yeah, long story short, I'm not very ready for this match.
You gotta enforce those rules, otherwise people abuse it.
That's magic.
Nothing.
There's a Saga to play for David Tao. And passing the turn, it looks like. Scary, scary, yeah. Brainstorm. Surveil trigger. Puts Misty in the yard.
This one is like, my favorite thing about I've been playing it. One of the Legacy. No, it was Legacy. It was this guy.
It's like,
So it was like.
you can't stop the symbol now. No.
Just guy package. 2 mentors. 3. That had been pretty good for me. I kind of wanted to switch out.
So I hope you play enough to get there. But
Yeah, oh yeah. I would have sometimes I want to get cheeky, although I
So, I mean, power is good, right?
Saga up to 2. Plays an Ancient Tomb, so it's live. Lion's Eye Diamond.
Sure.
Rolling roll deck or
I'll pass it.
no, it's one.
Yeah, knowing that. But generally speaking, yeah.
Brainstorm Surveil trigger. Puts a Flooded Strand in the yard. Drawing 3. Putting back 2.
Not secret side, yeah, there's a good reason. Yeah, just fix the.
Is that 18? Yep. Alright, it's an artifact land. I'll get a volcanic. And I'll pass. In a turn, I'll go to 16. And I'll make a pass. Sure. Cards in hand? I think it's 5. It's 5. Untap.
Doing something relative.
Trigger.
Chapter 3 trigger on the stack for David Tao. Creates a construct. No. Just makes a mana. Now searching.
I was really one short, and then like very next league, barely want to do
Saga. Trigger. Can't say that.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, yeah.
Hull Breacher.
Especially since it's like.
Here's Hull Breacher. Hull Breacher on the stack. Looks like it resolves, and now a 3/3 construct attacks. Expressive iteration. Looks like Kaplan's actually at 14. I must have missed a damage.
Decent play.
Sure.
Decent hand. Decent on bottom. I've got Delirium.
I will. For up, it's really yours.
Sure. Go ahead. We're at 9. 10.
I'm ready for that, man.
Sorry, we're at 10. You have how many cards? I had 3. I'll pass.
Cast all Richard.
Sure.
Two hull breachers now for David Tao, along with a 3/3 construct. Sacking LED, and it looks like Echo of Eons is getting cast here.
All red blast.
This is so funny.
Red Blast on Echo of Eons resolves. The game's not over yet.
Bring on a 9.
Yeah, the deck on the right is triple sleeved. This is close. Ancient Tomb shut off. Urza's Saga popping here. Need to remove this blocker. I don't really know how David Tao can do that. LED found here.
Sack for 3 blue. 3 blue. I got a 1 blue floating. Just make it go.
Tempting to flash back an Echo of Eons, which I actually didn't know was in the graveyard. I didn't see that.
I'm at 9. Yeah.
Still on braces. We'll see. We'll see what best version of the I'm not much from so basically took what I had.
Dave Kaplan responding to Echo of Eons on the stack with something. It looks like there's a Red Blast in hand. No cards in hand for David Tao. Three Surveil triggers. Is this game? David Tao's hellbent. Yep, that's game. That's game. Dave Kaplan gets the match. Well done, Dave.